Okay, Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wakak Quadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutation, you I came out there that push this word in truth and in sincerity. Yeah, I'm here at the the tire shop, and they're gonna cork my tire. Now, dig this right here. The same tire that is flat now, 2.5 months ago, when I was coming from the brother Shemayan's crib, I got a flat and I fixed it. I changed the tire, got a used tire, whatever the case may be. And I was chilling. And the crazy thing is, I just got through putting a new starter in this car. Because the other starter went. So then right after that, I'm chilling, I'm driving, you know. This had to happen last night, you know, so, because in my neighborhood, they was doing construction, Con Edison. They since ceased from doing construction, and what happened was, the sweeper that comes by, he couldn't get the whole street because it was a car parked. When I came home, I seen a couple of tickets, and I parked. Then I went about my business. I came home. Again, he was gone, so I parked in this spot. This morning, I noticed I had a flat. I'm like, what the hell? And I see there's a nail stuck in my tire. So I'm like, damn, man, I can't catch a break. You know? So now, to make a long story short, I'm inside the I went to the liquor store before I went to get the tire fixed, and I was talking to the guy behind the store. His name is Carlos, and we talking about it. I'm telling him, like, damn, I got a goddamn flat. And instead of this dude minding his business, he butts in. Some old ass Jamaican dude. I'm not even gonna call him a Benjamin. Some old Jamaican dude. And he was like, I told him, and I was in the midst of telling Carlos that I had a flat. It was a nail stuck. Before I get a chance to tell Carlos, it was a nail stuck in the car. He was like, that's probably common for me sleeping with somebody else's wife. So I turned around and looked at him. I was like, whoa, hold on, bro. Hold on. First off, I'm not talking to you, number one. Number two, I don't commit adultery. I don't share body fluids. Number three, there's no such thing as karma. Whatever a person sow in life, that shall he reap. There's no such thing as karma, bro. You know, so he kind of like shrugged what I was saying off. You understand? He kind of shrugged it off. He was like, to me, that's karma. I said, first off, bro, I'm not dealing with another man's wife. I don't share body fluids. What happened was, it was a nail in my tire. That means I ran over something. And if any man is committing adultery, he's sharing body fluids. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. If you get dealing with a woman that's married, the same thing she's doing to him, her husband, giving him fellatio, the same thing she's going to do to you. But she's going to give him fellatio, then come kiss you in the mouth. That's how you sharing body fluids. Oh, that's kind of disgusting. You should be sharing body fluids. It's the thrill in that, though. So I'm like, you a wicked ass dude, man. You a wicked ass old cat, man. You talk about there's a thrill in that. I'm not into that thrill. So he was like, watch what you say to me. I said, yo, bro, you into my conversation. So I don't have to watch what I say because you came into my conversation, getting into my business, telling me the reason that's karma. The reason why I got a flat, because that's karma, because I'm sleeping with somebody else's wife. No, I don't sleep with married women. Whether you marry legally or you just got a man, I don't do that. That's not my style. So he like, well, it's exciting to me. Well, that's you, man. Sooner or later, the Lord's going to bring judgment on you. How he's going to bring judgment on you, I don't know. But this can happen while you in the midst of creeping. That nigga come home and put a bullet in your head, man. That could happen. Consider that. So he walks out the liquor store. So in the midst of me, he walked out the liquor store. I'm about to go get me a sandwich because I'm hungry. So I go to the Arab store to get me a sandwich. He's in the Arab store. You know what he's gonna say to me? Yo, I appreciate the wisdom, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna do me. I love the excitement of being with a woman that I have no ties to. So I'm like, yo, bro, we ain't got nothing else to say to each other, man. You can keep it moving, man. You got into my business and had nothing to do with you, but yet I come into this store, you here again, and you still running your mouth as if I got something to say to you. We got nothing to say to each other, man. So I got a few scriptures that I'm gonna bring out. Hey, today is camp day, but camp was canceled. You know, like I said, I'm in the parking lot, you know, of the tire store so I can get my car plugged. But then I'm just gonna do what I gotta do from there. Actually, I'm not in the garage. I'm not in the driveway because there's too many cars there. I'm outside parked on the street. So let me make that shit. Let me make that plain. I'm not inside the tire shop. I'm outside the tire shop because of the fact that it's like about 6 cars in there being serviced. So he told me he had a lot of people because he was closed for a couple of days, and I understand it's the pagan festival of Thanksgiving, so I gotta wait. But I have a few scriptures, you know, because any man dealing with another man's wife, that's wicked, man. And that man lacks understanding greatly. So this is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 20. And the headline reading is warning against adultery. Adultery that's twofold. Spiritual adultery, worshiping idols, and physical adultery, sleeping with another man's wife, which is totally wicked. Both totally wicked. And both is worthy of death. Whether you spiritually commit idolatry, in which these people are doing right now, adultery, which these people are doing right now, spiritual adultery is worshiping idols, idolatry. What they're about to do with this upcoming pagan festival, Christmas. What they finished doing with Thanksgiving. That's spiritual adultery. Physical adultery is sleeping with another man's wife. So we have it. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 20. My son, keep thy father's commandments, and forsake not the law of thy mother, which is this truth. The laws, statutes, the commandments of these scriptures, man. It says, bind them continually upon thy heart, which is thy mind, and tie them unto thy neck. When thou goest, it shall lead thee. This truth, being in this truth, and having knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures, it guides you through everyday life, man. Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiasticus, you know, it guides you through everyday life, man. Tell you what not to do and what to do. And adultery is not the way to go. So it reads, when thou goest, it shall lead thee. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee. And when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee. These scriptures, man. How to deal with everyday life, man. We're not in the time of backsliding. We're not in the time of committing iniquity, which is sin upon sin, man. Dealing with somebody else's woman. That's wicked, man. That's wickedness, man. So I try to explain this to this old ass cat, this old head, man. But you can't put new wine in old bottles. That old cat was wicked. He was trying to tell me, trying to convince me that the reason why I got I got a nail in my, he didn't even hear the story. He just interrupted my speech while I'm telling the brother, well, he's not a brother, he's a nigga that I know, a spick that I know, Carlos, he work in the store, the liquor store. I'm telling him what's taking place, what took place. And he gonna say, maybe because it's karma coming back to you for sleeping with another man's wife. So I'm like, what? First of all, bro, I wasn't even talking to you, bro, number one. Number two, I don't commit adultery, I don't share body fluids. Number three, there's no such thing as karma. Then I explained it to him. But the old head couldn't get it, man. So it's back in Psalms, no, Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandments is a lamp, is a light. The commandments is a light to guide you, man. Do life. We under grace, but hey, the commandments, you still got to keep them to the best of your ability. In the land of our captivity, which is Babylon, which is America. It says, for the commandments is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproof of instruction are the way of life, man. When you get corrected, do the scriptures, and you get guidance through the scriptures, man, you're able to navigate through life, man, without getting yourself in those situations that you can't get out of, like committing adultery, like being a gangbanger, like doing that which is evil in the eyes of the Most High, man. And that's an evil, wicked sin worthy of death, man. And you will get put to death committing adultery. Because the Lord is totally against that, man. The Lord totally hates that. So it reads, to keep thee from the evil woman. And that's twofold. Right now, let's talk about an actual evil woman, but this is also talking about philosophies, man. But it's talking about the evil woman right here. It says, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of her tongue of a strange woman. Like I said, it's twofold. This is going into philosophies and also a woman, an actual woman. It says, and women got that flattery. They got a fat ass, nice titties, pretty face, but they got a man. Once they tell you you got that she got a man, you gotta flee. Now you ain't gonna deal with her. But if she don't tell you she got a man and you deal with her, and then you find out she got a man and you stop dealing with her, the Most High ain't gonna judge you. But if you continue to deal with that woman, then the Most High is gonna judge you, because now she told you she got a man. At first she didn't tell you, and you dealt with this woman, but now she's telling you she got a man. Now what you gonna do? You gonna still deal with this woman? You'll be totally in the wrong if you do so. It says, lust not after her beauty in thine heart, in thy mind, neither let her take thee with thy eyelids. With her flattering words. Nowadays they got these cumbrellas, batting of the eyes. You know how these women get. It says, for by the means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. And that's twofold. Like I said, it's going into philosophies. It's also going into an actual woman that like to commit adultery, that like to step out on her husband, which is totally wicked, man. So you got this dude interrupting my speech, telling me that that's karma for sleeping with another man's woman. You don't even know me, man. And you know I don't commit adultery. You don't even know me. This is the first time me even seeing your old ass, man. But you trying to tell me the reason why I got a goddamn nail on my tire. He didn't even hear the story. Once I said I got a flat, or that's probably coming from you sleeping with another man's wife. So I had to correct him and shut him down. Then he gonna tell me, he got the nerve to tell me, don't talk to him like that. Nigga, you got into my goddamn conversation, man. When you hear grown folks speaking, shut the fuck up. Just because you're an old man doesn't mean you're a grown man. That shit got me kind of tight, man. You gonna tell me what I'm doing. The reason why I got a goddamn nail on my tire, not even hearing the whole goddamn story. You dumb, stupid motherfucker. These old heads, man, they think because they old that they got a one-up on you, that they could tell you what's going on, not knowing the whole goddamn story. You silly, simple-minded, bird-brained Negro. I can call you a dumb cunt. That's what you are, a dumb fucking cunt, nigga. It says, back in Proverbs chapter 6, verse 26, for by the means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Hey, you dealing with adultery, you dealing in a vice, you're going to pay the price. Maybe not right away, but eventually the Most High's going to get tired of your wickedness and put the spirit on this dude to come back and catch you in the very act of adultery, and put your ass to death, to unalive you, to silence you. Because you're doing that which is wicked in the eyes of the Most High. This shit is totally wicked and out of order, man. It says, verse 29, so he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent. Let's read that again from verse 28. Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent. And that dude ain't innocent. Eventually the Most High is gonna put the spirit on that dude to put some hot lead on his ass, man. Then he gonna have the nerve to tell me it's excitement in that, man. What is so exciting about sharing body fluids, man? That's how disease come about, man. But yet you're going to tell me that it's excitement in committing adultery with another man's wife. You's a fool, old man. You's an old fool. And the Lord's going to judge you. It says, yeah, that was it basically. That was it. So I'm gonna go from there to the book of Sirach. You know? It says, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 1. Do no evil, so shall no harm come unto thee. When you are to commit adultery, eventually that man that you commit adultery against and grieving him by adultery, he's going to find out, do his neighbors, or the Lord going to put the spirit on him to come back in the house and find you and catch you in the very act and put you and that woman to death, man. Most times the dude be so grieved in the spirit that he don't even look at his woman as being the culprit, but he'll kill the man and spare his wife. No, without her opening her legs, he couldn't get involved. He couldn't get between her legs, man. She opened up her quiver and received that arrow. So both of them at fault, man. She didn't scream out and yell that she was getting ravaged. No, she was involved with that because she was enjoying what he was doing to her. And she had a husband creeping around. That's why I despise that song by TLC, Creep. That was a song that came out in the mid-90s, which is a totally wicked song about adultery. But that's what Jake pushed. They push gangbanging, adultery, drug dealing. Anything that's wicked, Jake will push it. But anything that's righteous, they will shun it. And call the righteous acts wickedness and call the wicked acts righteousness. That's how Jake get down, man. But back in the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 1, do no evil, so shall no harm come unto thee. It says, depart from the unjust, and iniquity which is sin upon sin shall turn away from thee. Depart from the unjust, and iniquity shall turn away from thee. When you hanging around wicked ass niggas, man, you pick up their wicked ass ways. But we refrain from hanging around wicked niggas and be with men such as yourself, you put away a whole lot of sins, man, that you don't have to be involved with, man. When you deal with men that's in this state of ours, they're not into adultery, they're not into gangbanging, they're not into any of them wicked acts. Hang out with a nigga from the world, see how long you last. Watch them demons run before you. It says, Depart from the unjust, back in the book of Sirach chapter 7 verse 2, depart from the unjust, and iniquity shall turn away from thee. Verse 3, my son, sow not upon the furrows of unrighteousness. Don't be out there committing all kind of wicked acts, committing adultery. Like I said, if you meet a woman and she lied to you and tell you she ain't got a man, and then the Most High put the spirit on her to tell you she got a man, if you still deal with that woman, then you at fault. But if you walk away from that situation after the first time you was intimate with that woman, but she told you she didn't have no man, then I'm quite sure the Most High will not hold you accountable. But if you deal with that woman after you find out that she have a man, now you at fault. The Lord could put your ass to death for the wickedness that you're doing. It says, my son, sow not upon the furrows of unrighteousness, and thou shalt not reap them sevenfold. If you're out there committing adultery, gang banging, being a witch, which is a drug dealer, doing that which is evil in the eyes of the Most High, guess what? The Lord gonna recompense you and repay you back for all the wickedness you have done and put you to death, most grievously. I-90, upstate New York and in Pennsylvania, is a great big snowstorm. They got these people stuck, freezing in their cars, running out of gas. That's them great miseries, pursuant to 2nd Esdras 8 and 50. That's them great miseries that's coming upon these wicked people right here, man. It will behoove you to get right with the Lord, man. Yahweh, and his son name is Yahweh Shah. Not Jehovah and Jesus Christ, not Buddha, not Allah, or any other goddamn deity that's out there that's not really a deity that you worship, that you bow down to. You need to get right with the Lord, man. And it's a shame you got an old head talking about how he take pleasure in committing adultery. There's an excitement in that. Really. It's going to be an excitement when I see the Most High put your ass to death. That'll be the most lovely excitement that I could see, man. Jake is out of order, man. Jake is out of order, man. And they don't want no correction, man. When you got a woman that's willing to commit adultery on you, man, she's not for you. She don't respect you, man. If she step out, let me say you something. If a man step out on a woman, he could be in love with this woman. But if he get tired of eating chicken, he can get some steak. Meaning, if he step out on this woman, he gonna come back to her. He's gonna be truly invested in her because what he did was nothing but to getting his nut off. But if a woman step out on a man, that means she invested time in that dude. It's different when a woman step out on a man and commit adultery. Because now she's letting another man into her womb. Which is totally wicked, man. That's why I tell you in the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 10. No, I'm going to go to 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Because the wickedness of a woman will go far beyond your wildest dreams, man. She would deceive you, rob you, sleep with your friends behind your back, even your brother. I even ran across videos where this woman slept with her boyfriend's father, which is totally wicked, man. But that goes to show, but this scripture right here is right, man. It tell you in the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 13, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Amen. You come home from work, man. You don't want to hear no bullshit from no women, man. The next verse, it says, in any affliction but the affliction of them that hate me, and any revenge but the revenge of enemies. It says, there is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of the enemy. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Because you can have a woman, she could be your enemy, but she's staying with you for benefits reasons, man. Because she have nowhere to go. Or she just a narcissist, you know what I'm saying? She just, want to inflict pain on you, but most of the times because they don't have nowhere to go. They don't have no other resources, so they will stay because you are a bread giver. You got resources that she could use, that she could benefit off of, but she don't respect you. She stepped out on you. And that's what I was telling this dude, man. I'm not into that, man. He gonna tell me he take pleasure. He's an old head too, man. Show me that these old heads, just because they got gray hairs, doesn't mean they wise. They have wisdom. Cause that's some wicked shit to say to somebody, man. And that's some wicked shit to do to somebody. But try telling these jakes that, man. These jakes are totally bugged out and off, man. Off in the spirit. They totally bugged out and off, man. It is what it is, though, man. Let's continue reading. It says, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. The wickedness of a woman changes her countenance, and darkeneth. It says, slack. The wickedness of a woman changes her face and doth darken her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. He gonna hear from his neighbors that, yeah, your wife's stepping out on you. I be seeing some dude come through, while you at work. Or the Most High may put the spirit on him to come back and find out himself. But usually it's dudes, people talking to the neighborhood, man. Then he come through and put hands on her, and now he's at fault. Because of some wicked ass women. You can't make this up, bro. It says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. And that dude that was speaking in the store, he an old head that had to commit a lot of iniquity, man. You could tell, man, that's bred in him. He's an old head, older than me. He's talking about how he takes pleasure in that. Like, as if I'm going to agree with him. So I gave him an analogy about how she could be giving you fellatio, giving her husband fellatio, come to you and kiss you in your mouth without brushing her teeth. Now you're looking at me weird. You never thought about that, bro? You're sharing body fluids. That's disgusting, bro. But then I said this too. A man that committed adultery with another man's wife don't have no clue. He just a dumbass nigga. Watch what you say to me. Am I saying something that's hurting your feelings, bro? You got into my conversation. I ain't getting into your conversation. Mind your business, and you won't get the straight skinny of what I'm saying to you. Mind your business. Mind your business, boy. When I called him a boy, he kind of really got upset. Then I left at the liquor store, and I'm getting me a sandwich. I see him in the goddamn, he coming to the sandwich spot. Was he following me to continue the conversation? I don't know. But I wasn't trying to indulge this dude because I said he was wicked. He lacked understanding. So I'm not going to keep conversating with a fool. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. It says, all wickedness is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. As a climbing up of a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Slack. Now I'm saying I'm coughing. When you deal with a woman that's always blabbing her mouth, running her pie hole, talking shit, there's no rest, there's no peace, there's no tranquility. Always combative, contention in the air. Who wanna deal with that, man? That's why it's best to be by yourself, man. Live by yourself. You can have a woman, let her have her place, you have your place. She get on your nerves, you get up and leave and go to hell home, man. So that's what I do. Truth be told, it says, All right. Verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. If a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. And that's most of these women today, man. They full of anger and much reproach because they dealing with a man. They're not happy. And this is what I've learned. A woman will give up her family. She will sacrifice her family for her happiness. And they regret it later because she realized that she gave up her family for happiness that was not there. And when I mean happiness, going with another man thinking that the grass is greener on the other end, come to find out, he just wanted to hit. He just wanted to smash. And he didn't take you serious because you left your husband for him in an adulterous relationship. So he ain't going to take you serious. So you're going to find out that the grass was not green on the other side, and then you're going to be bitter. It says, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. And that's most of these women today, mainly the black women. If you ain't got to deal with the black women, don't deal with her. She's only going to bring you down. She's only going to make your life miserable. If you're dealing with a Latin woman that have black friends, don't deal with her. Pop her, but don't take her serious. Because what's going to happen is she's going to be them black women, they're going to be in her ear. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and do her we all die. Give the water no... Who sinned first? Adam or Eve? Was not Eve in the transgression first? She sinned. They brought them sins to her husband with some different philosophies that she got into. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to guide abroad. If she go not as thou would have her, let her go. Slack. If she go not as thou would have her, cut her off from thy flesh, give her a bitter divorce, and let her go. Straight into the point, man. Because these fucking women are wicked, man. And the men are no better, but these women, they get away because they don't have to accept accountability. These women are wicked as hell, man. And will not accept accountability because of how Esau have the society running, man. Then you got men that's the same way. Like that old ass head that was talking about he take pleasure in committing adultery. Because there's no ties there. Other than you having sex and having fun. What's fun about sharing body fluids, nigga? The Most High gonna bring a heavy judgment. The Most High gonna bring a heavy judgment. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8, man. The 2/3 of you niggas, spicks and wetbacks, you're gonna get put to death, man. You don't deserve to be called Israelites, man. So with that, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to give all praises once again to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Bakar Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and the bishops and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, you occupy to push this world in truth and in sincerity. Shalom. Stay away from married women. It will go well with you. Stay away from the married woman. The Lord will kill you for that shit. Shalom.